Hey guys, my name is RyanCentral and welcome to HitScan. In this video we're going to go over the new Breeze trailer that's just come out. It was leaked and revealed a little bit early, so this is a literal first reaction. I've not seen it before. And then I also want to talk about Overwatch, Jeff Kaplan leaving, and just the channel, the future of what we're going to be covering in regards to other games and stuff. Talk about and answer the question where Mysca is. We've answered it quite a few times, but just having it in one place would be pretty solid. And yeah, let's just go over this trailer and go from there. So like I said, I've not seen it yet actually. I think it was revealed early from the Korean channel, so I'll take the audio out, and if the actual like English version comes through, I'll put that over my reaction in the background, and we'll, you know, take some screenshots and bits and pieces from certain area and basically go from there. But yeah, this is the first time of me seeing the trailer and everything to do with that. That looks like the attackers spawn. This is probably like very early areas of the map, to be honest, when it comes to, you know, the setups and stuff. I really like this cobblestoney feel from Counter-Strike that's going on. But yeah, I'll let it play through and then we'll pause for certain areas, because look at like these sight lines and stuff. This looks very much like cobblestone. And for the fact it's got Radianite underneath, I assume that's the site, because all of the sites have stuff to do with Radianite, because that's the whole plan. Man, it's going by quickly. That's definitely the A site, because you've got the little A on the corner there, and the spike just got planted, so there is that. Yeah, this is insane. Double doors. It's just like they're taking all of the good stuff from Counter-Strike and putting it in one map, or iconic stuff at least. I mean, these pyramids, there's a certain name for them, I can't remember it. They're like in World of Warcraft, aren't they? I mean, it looks beautiful. Thematically, stylistically, it looks solid. And yeah, that's the map. So let's go for a bit-by-bit pause on important sections and just kind of go from there. Because I don't really want to have to edit over the new footage over the old footage, because that would take hours. So this seems like early spawn doors for the attackers trying to decide where you're going to go. Basically, all of this beach stuff is looking to be, you know, as you're coming through. Then as you get deeper into enemy territory, this is where we start to see the cobblestone castle feel. Lots of operators. Now this area looks really cool. I like this. So I'm getting like flashbacks to like Pac-Man Adventure, where there's a game on like pirates and stuff like that. Every PlayStation 1 game of that era had a pirates level. Reminds me of Lego Racer as well. They had like a level as well. Sea of Thieves is an obvious one too. Like thematically, they've really nailed this piratey style, I suppose, in the Mediterranean. Yeah, but like these sight lines, there's one with the operator there on that high ground. There's one plenty there. This looks like mid. If we actually go back a second, this looks like it's going to be. This is the A site, obviously, because you've got the A over here. This looks like it's mid. This looks like cash mid so badly. You've got like the little window as well that you can hop up to. And then like the boost where the vent is. And it seems that because there's an archway on this side, that's the direction you can go. You can go this way to like the A site maybe. This takes you to B. But this is mid. This is 100% mid. And it's so open. Like this is so much different to maps that we've had so far, because of these like tints on this looks like a site where you can plant the spike. And yet again, you have the Radianite underneath, which is showing, you know, that's the whole plot. You're not blowing stuff up with a bomb like in Counter-Strike. You're stealing Radianite with the spike. It's not the spike exploding and doing damage. It's opening up to steal Radianite and suck it in like a teleport. That's the lore of the game as far as I understand. Yeah, let's go over this. So we have double doors, which I'm like trying to look around the door to see what's in there. I don't know what that is. It looks like it might be into the A site, but we'll see. This takes you up somewhere. Where could that be? Stay out. We have a better look here. Maybe because this is a similar sort of color to what we just saw before with this, that this takes you through to this onto the high ground, maybe. That's the pillar from mid. So all of the areas that we just highlighted, yeah, you can see that looks like the cobblestoney part. So you got all of this way that takes you to B main. I assume it would be B because the other side's A. You can push through mid, go on this split like to cat and go this way. That's my guess, but of course it glares out. And yeah, this A site looks cool, but a bit open. I just hope that this map is good because it looks amazing. I think that having a map more focused on the central aspects of Valorant is necessary. It's needed. because Bind doesn't have a mid. Split has a mid, but that's because it's required, really, and it's very narrow, so it's very different to this one. It's much more wide and open. Ascent is a mid, but you don't really see pro teams exploit it all that much. A lot of teams just kind of work the wings of the map and then use stuff like Cat for an A split, right? So, yeah, I am hoping and praying that this map is good because it looks great. And I can't wait to see more of it sort of going forward and stuff like that. So, yeah, like, I'm excited for this. I think it's needed. I just hope that we don't have, like, another controversial map like Icebox or even Split in the early days. I just hope we get, not like Ascent, because I think Ascent's a bit overrated, but something that just comes into the game and everybody kind of goes, yeah, it's good. Good job. Just can't wait to get my hands on it. Of course, there'll be loads of content coming out on the new map and all the stuff with the new act on this channel, so be sure to like and subscribe. And yeah, I don't know what else to add, really, just other than I'm very excited to see more of this map in the future. Now that we've spoken about everything to do with Valorant, this video took me by surprise. It's very early. I've just woken up, hence why I'm a bit more rambly than usual, potentially. Now I want to talk about Jeff Kaplan leaving the Blizzard team. This is pretty major, and the writing's on the wall that it's some pretty ominous stuff. If you go to the Overwatch website, not only is Jeff's thanking of the 20 years that he's been there at the bottom of this article, but also it's pretty short and succinct. It's below Aaron Keller's letter that he's wrote now that he's the new game director replacing Jeff, which I think is a cool move that I'll highlight in a second. But a lot of people are saying that this is kind of like the nail in the coffin for Overwatch and Overwatch 2, seeing as it's midway into development. And mostly being dark, other than like BlizzCon Online, which was 40 minutes of stuff, but that's the only 40 minutes of gameplay and news that we've had on Overwatch 2 throughout 2020, near enough. Which, you know, obviously sucks, and one of the reasons why we've pretty much moved away from Overwatch full time. I don't think that Overwatch 2 is completely doomed from the get-go at this point now. I do think that it's a big blow to Blizzard because Jeff Kaplan was the face of Valorant, right? He was the poster boy. It wasn't Tracer, it was him, because he was the guy that was always leading the line. When it came to balance and direction of the game, you could always look to him, and he'd always be pretty frank and honest and forthcoming about his opinions, at least, on where the game should be going and the direction that it might take. He was a great lead for a game, and I think Overwatch would have been hit harder by some of the mistakes that they made, like the addition of Brigitte with how strong she was, how they went about Goat's comp and general balance overall. Without Jeff Kaplan, I think that Overwatch would have had much more of a community tear at them, but he saved Blizzard to an extent because he was always that familiar face that resonated with people. Now that that's gone, I don't think that Blizzard can afford to make mistakes with Overwatch 2 because people will just rag on them the same way that they rag on Diablo Immortal, which honestly doesn't bother me. Online games on mobile are just part and parcel of game development now. If we got Valorant on mobile, I think that would be really cool. The more people that can play the game and really start to gel and understand what's going on, the better. Absolutely. So yeah, like, I don't think that's too much of an issue going forward, but when it comes to this channel and Overwatch 2, I would generally say that, like, there's not been much to talk about, really, over the past year. Some people might be like, oh, well, there was patch notes and balance changes, but what you have to bear in mind is, let's use this example. We do a video on the patch notes specifically on Overwatch, like we have done previously. The majority of our audience now, which is more than we really got in Overwatch Central, certainly over the last couple of years, is here for Valorant news and Valorant content. So that video gets put in front of people. Our audience, rightfully so, kind of goes, oh, I'm not interested in Overwatch, I watch these guys for Valorant. So they don't click the video, gets a low click-through rate, and through that, YouTube could literally just tank your views because it goes, people are watching your videos, so we're going to stop recommending them. That is a big risk, and so making one-off Overwatch content now and again that isn't, like, I don't know, sponsored and isn't like a big beat like BlizzCon, for example, seems to be more dangerous for the lifespan of a YouTube channel. I think YouTube prefers channels to be focused on one topic, so it can easily put those videos in front of the right audiences, like fitness channels or a Destiny YouTuber like Datto, or I don't know, this Asmongold or World of Warcraft, right? People resonate with creators in certain games, and so making content on other games can be pretty difficult, but that was always the game plan with Hitscan. We used to be called Overwatch Central, where we made daily Overwatch videos. We changed that because we didn't want to just do Overwatch anymore, and we didn't know what Overwatch 2 was going to be. Like, the rumor was that it was going to be called Calypso, but that was just a code name, so we didn't want to be called Overwatch and Calypso Central, so we rebranded to Hitscan to make it a bit more all-encompassing for everything Overwatch. Then Project A came out, Valorant hit us, and we absolutely love and adore it. I mean, if I didn't, I wouldn't be in the tier 1 casting scene right now for Europe, would I? So, you know, it's something that I'm very passionate about and interested in, so I like covering Valorant, right? When it comes to Overwatch and Overwatch 2, it's like the prequel Star Wars Phantom Menace meme, like, we will report back when we have something to report. This is just a bit of a one-off video because this is massive news in the grand scheme of things, but for like BlizzCon with the stuff with Overwatch 2 and all that was announced, I didn't feel there was much point in making those videos when you could just watch the same thing over on Stylosa or your Overwatch's channel. So when we get into stuff like a closed beta where we can show off gameplay and like play test events and stuff, we'll probably make more content on there, even if it's just for a short period because the game isn't very good, for example, for whatever reason. That's something I'm very interested in. I also want to say that there might be a video on another game on the channel some point soon. I can't go into any more detail, but maybe we do more on that in the future because there seems to be some really interesting stuff happening over on that field of the game. Overall, this channel is meant to be for class-based shooters and for games like that. Hitscan was always meant to be a channel for class-based shooters. You know, Valorant and Overwatch fall into that, and apparently Bungie and Destiny are maybe making an esports game in the future too, which is something I'm very interested in as somebody that's played Destiny, so maybe that's another game we add to our repertoire. I don't know, a lot of it is kind of taking it at face level and going from there, but I just kind of want to remind people that I don't want this channel to just be Valorant Central. Valorant's obviously going to be the main focus because it's great for content creators. The cadence of content is much stronger than Overwatch is, certainly currently. And so, you know, we're obviously going to be focusing on that. But I would appreciate it if you are interested in Overwatch to an extent, to watch and support the other videos and all that stuff. And tell me, what kind of other games do you want maybe covering on the channel potentially? It is just me at the moment making these videos, so there's only so much I can do, so keeping on top of Valorant is quite easy, but everything else, not so much. Which brings me to the point of Mysca. Lots of people asking about this in comments. We have spoken about it quite a lot and quite frequently in other videos, but as a final sort of place, he's still part of the channel. His name is still on the channel. He's just working full-time in game production at the moment. Like, he went to study game production, now he's got like a full-time job, so it's great for him. He's really enjoying it and loving it, but it means that he's only got enough time to help out in videos more than do them himself, because he has a 9-to-5 job, gets home. He obviously doesn't want to be making too many videos because he doesn't want to get burnt out of just games altogether, right? So it's still an adjustment period for him too, so we'll see how it goes in the future. He's not leaving, he's still part of the channel, and if he decided that he didn't want to do game production anymore and wanted to come back to YouTube, that door's always open, right? The channel is me and him, and it always will be, so don't worry about that. But that's explaining why he's not on the channel much. He's in like Battle Pass videos and other stuff now and again, but it's mostly when he is available on stuff like weekends and stuff. I don't want to pressure him into doing anything because he's busy enough right now, and we're having a good time on this channel. So sorry if you're a bigger fan of him than you are of me, I apologize. But that's everything I wanted to go over. Basically, I want to make sure that the videos that go on this channel aren't just kind of rambly speculation, embellishing information like we did in the early days of Overwatch, or the later days of Overwatch Central. I want to make videos when we have stuff to talk about and we can be pretty succinct with how we go about it. So yeah, this video is a bit more rambly than usual, but I like to think our patch notes videos, our general news, a chock-a-block full of information, and are worth the 10 to 12 minutes that people watch for the content, right? I think we do a good job of making sure we don't go too long. But like I said, it's very early, I'm very tired still, and yeah, this is everything I kind of wanted to say, and it's a good time to do an update because Overwatch stuff is kicking off, maybe in the wrong direction, but it's kicking off again. If there's a closed beta, maybe we just stream it on this YouTube channel. I don't know. We will work it out, and I need your help to let me know what you guys want to see. If it's just Valorant, just say that you just want Valorant and you're not interested in anything else. I won't take it personally, But also, type 123 in the comments so I know which of you real ones stayed till the end. Also, before we finish, a quick thing to mention on that front as well is sponsorships as well. Like, we've done a couple of brand deals with like Opera GX. That seems like a cool one because a lot of you guys have said in the comments, I use this browser, so I fully endorse this message, and it's cool to see that we get the right brand deals that resonate with you guys. I don't want to do a brand deal that has nothing to do with gaming and stuff in general. I want to make sure that it's stuff that you guys are interested in and makes sense for the channel. So again, let me know what you think of all that going forward, and I'll do my best to bring the right kind of things to you guys, right? But that's everything I wanted to go over today. Thank you very much for listening to me talk about everything going on at the moment. Act 3 episode 2 for Valorant should be pretty cool. I'm excited for that. I'm excited for Overwatch 2 news when it starts to come in. And yeah, keep your eyes peeled for some other cool stuff on the channel coming very soon. Take care. I'll see you next time.